Sri Lanka. A look at the sun setting over Kolkata, and it affords Eden Gardens a chance to host its first day and night match. A few fans in already, and they expect some wonderful action today as the ICC World 2020 2016 continues. It's Sri Lanka against Afghanistan, coming to you live from Eden Gardens.
And here we go.
Straight away the field with fine leg up and a deep backward square leg. A little bit of in-swing for Angelo Matthews. Some might look and say, oh, surprising to see him take the new ball. Well, he has the knack of striking early. He has 10 wickets in the first over of the innings in T20 internationals. That's the most by anyone. So it makes sense to use that. Well, in that first over, perhaps he can get one here.
At the last delivery, just 122 kilometers per hour. It's not about speed for Matthews. It's all about accuracy. You went down and had a look and you gave a pitch report. It didn't look pretty, but spoke to Ian Gould and he said it looked similar yesterday and actually played all right.
The hope would be that it plays better than it looks. Green grass here and there. Fortunate that doesn't get dragged onto the stumps, inside edge, onto the thigh pad, then sort of bobbles off to the keeper. The thinking would also be, as you look at the surface, you think it might well be too paced, because some places are green, others are bare. It's got a mosaic effect to it. Pakistan getting 200 here. I think you've got to mix that up. Yes, good batting, very good batting. Shahzad up at the front along with Hafiz. They were good, they're very good. Now Freedy to come and finish things off, but you've also got to say that Bangladesh went as good as they could be with the ball, and so it allowed for those extra runs. It allowed Pakistan to get into a good position, and once they were, they could finish things off quite nicely and put up a big score.
Yeah, you always felt that 200 was going to be a winning score. It wasn't just going to be competitive. I think the competitive score will be somewhere near 160. Dimensions wise, you can have a look. It's to the shorter side, the leg side, so the pitch is not in the middle of the square, so you might see a few batsmen targeting that short side as the match unfolds.
Just a 3 then off the first over without loss. Shahzad Nur Ali Asghar will walk in and look to try and continue the work. Key man there's Nabi and Sami. They scored good partnership and got them to 180 in that group game. Sri Lanka, Tilakaratne Dilshan experienced, been around a long time, nearly 40 now. Chandimal up at the top of the order, Trimanen Kapul Gedera, and names we're accustomed to that we know. Matthews leading them.
Yeah, we are accustomed to them, but we've almost expect them to have to step up to the plate now. They've always been peripheral players for Sri Lanka. Now all of a sudden they're the main cheese. They really do have to do a good job. That's the issue, that little red line on the side screen. Shahzad is not happy. He wants it covered up. It's distracting him. And I think the umpire is going to try and negotiate and say, come on, it's just a small little red line.
I think that's probably the issue, that it's a small thing and it's nighttime and it's bright. And so as he looks across there, he can see it quite clearly.
A permanent marker wouldn't take too long. You could just get up there, colour it in. And I think the negotiations from the umpire have worked. Shahzad's happy to go forward. Nuran Kelis Areka, 14th, averaging 22, decent economy rate. Great ability to swing the ball, good control.
It'll be wide. Mohamed Shahzad, 61 of 39 balls against Scotland. He is very good in Nagpur, and he looks all round the ground. Reverse sweeps, uses his feet, looks to hit the ball hard down the ground. Scoops it as well. Good running to take advantage of the misfield.
An example of how fast the outfield is as it beats the fielder. He gets a decent hand on it, but once it gets past him, it keeps running away. So it's going to be a quick outfield. You're going to get plenty of reward for your strokes here this evening. Anything hit along the ground will find its way to the boundary. It'll be difficult to chase it down.
Umpire Joel Wilson from Trinidad and Tobago. And in partnership with Bruce Oxenford. It's not uncommon for Mohamed Shahzad to start off quite slowly, bide his time, and then just cut loose. That's what he'll be looking to do once again. It's a step up, no doubt about that, for Afghanistan, and their numbers as you see them, their statistics in matches against associate nations. We've played Zimbabwe a few times.
Yeah, you'd expect the control and the super 10s of the bowlers to be just that little bit tighter, so not as many bad deliveries for Shahzad to work with. He's slightly unorthodox, moves around the crease a little bit. We saw the scoop that he played in that Hilux package, so he does bring a challenge for the bowlers. And he is the man who usually gets Afghanistan off to a decent fast start.
In watching Afghanistan, normally, the beauty of the way that they play is how freely they do it. One hopes that this being a bigger stage, it's not the nerves that take over and suddenly a realization of that, oh, we're on a big stage, and they clam up and end up going into their shells. The body language there says rather nervous.
Yeah, I think they're looking for a solid start, aren't they? Just a little platform to launch from, and they can take it from there.
Just 3 off the second as well. 6 with a loss. There we go. He's got one away. First boundary then for Afghanistan.
There hasn't been much pace to work with for the Afghanistan batsmen, so it's been difficult to score square of the wicket. This time Shahzad decides, no, I'm going to try and hit it as straight as possible. There's a little bit of width, but he drags it straight down the ground, places it well for the first boundary of the evening.
The hope will be that it's the breaking of the shackles, the settling of the nerves, and they can set about the Sri Lankan bowling. It's straight up in the air. Is walking off Shahzad, and the catch is taken. So the danger man, Mohamed Shahzad, after smashing one to the fence, hits one straight up in the air, and Sri Lanka have their breakthrough. Gone for 8, it's 12 for 1. A good start this for Sri Lanka. They would have been unaware as well as to exactly what they are up against. They would know, no doubt, that Mohamed Shahzad is the danger man. They've got rid of him, and not many on the board at all. Afghanistan captain Asghar Stanikzai. Hello. 12 for 1. Oh, nearly. So close. 4 runs though. And they're much needed by Afghanistan.
Nur Ali picks up his first boundary of the evening. It's a half chance, but you do think the Sri Lankans should have taken this. Once it gets past him, it just rushes away over this quick outfield to the boundary, just gets fingertips to it. Good delivery. Back of a length. Just fingertips.
That's more like it. Nicely played that. Straight onto the stumps and worked over mid-wicket.
Yeah, very good from Nur Ali. In full control. Just flips it over the leg side. 2 straight from Kulasekara. Nur Ali's now found his feet. Settled at the crease. Look at this one. 2 straight. Sliding into middle and leg stump. Just flicked away.
Nice. Practice pitches out there, so once it hits them, it gives you no chance, even if you're close to it. 4 runs.
Good use of the pace. Very clever. Very good to see Afghanistan play this way. The first couple of overs, both batsmen gave themselves a chance. Then Shehzad tried to go after it, which is the right thing to do.
Good shot, use of the feet. Appreciated 4 runs.
Pressure on Herath early. Pressure on the veteran. Now, if the ball's gripping, you can't play a shot like that. So Herath needs to tell the batsman that he can turn the ball. He only needs 1 to turn, then the batsman starts thinking.
He's just shown him.
Beautifully bowled, slower through the air. Now game on.
Herath. He's bowled him. Herath gets the second for Sri Lanka. Nur Ali has got to go.
A bit full, too full to play the sweep. That went over it, and excellent from the experienced Rangana Herath. He's a crafty performer.
So that's a big blow for Afghanistan to lose Nur Ali Zadran. And he's actually got a 50 against India at St. Lucia in the ICC World 2020 for 2010. So Nur Ali, a heavy scorer, has gone. Karim Khan. Karim Khan coming in at 4. This guy, the captain, in there, 12 from 14, building up an innings. That's how he plays. So this guy builds up an innings. He's not an explosive player. Rangana Herath is a destructor, a destroyer of batting, as we've seen over recent years. But that's a wide down the leg side. Very uncharacteristic from Herath. Bruce Oxenford, the umpire from Australia. Full length this from Rangana Herath. Almost yorked himself with the sweep. Needs to be a not so full as that for that shot. Nur Ali has gone. Oh, and a dangerous little turner again from Herath. Score predictor tells us it's going to be 148 around there. Of course, Pakistan yesterday 201 in their 20 overs.
I don't think it's been a pitch that has encouraged free-flowing stroke play. Sri Lanka have bowled well. Generally, the two balls are going spun. When it lands on those bare patches, it'll spin. If it hits the grass areas, it'll just slide on. Herath understands those variations. A little quicker as well. Even from the seamers, it's been a little bit too paced.
Pushed through this time at 88. Rather ungainly footwork from Karim. Pressure building up. 4 dot balls on the new batsman. One from the over and the wicket. 9 gone, 45 for 2. Tisara Pereira comes on, 10th over. Full task to start.
Just on the pitch, Alan, I think the length is critical on this slow pitch that has been a little bit too paced. Angelo Matthews has bowled back of a length. Not a good length, not full, but just back. 95% of deliveries utilizing the slightly lowish bounce, the inconsistent nature of the service. Good bowling and pretty tight off stump line too. Kulasekar on the other hand bowl a little bit fuller. That's nice from Tisara Pereira. You've got a pitch like this. See what Kulasekar has done. He's been a slightly higher percentage on the good length, but he's a slightly shorter bowler. But he is well back of a length for him, which is unusual. When he's swinging, he usually pitches it up.
Oh, they've all gone up, and so too has the finger. A very rash shot from Karim. One of the better scorers, run scorers for Afghanistan, has played a reckless shot and he's walking back. It's the last thing that Afghanistan needed. He was under pressure, hadn't scored from 7 deliveries. He's walking back with a naught against his name. 46 for 3.
And all of this is a build-up of pressure as a group from Sri Lanka's bowlers. Not much to drive. Tisara Pereira is into the attack, and he as well is just back of a good length on that lovely off-stump channel, and they're causing frustration, leading to wickets. Excellent stuff.
Mohammad Nabi in at 5. Well, he's got ton on his bat, Mohammad Nabi. He scored half of one of those. 52 against 32 against Zimbabwe in Nagpur. And that was just 5 days ago. That was in the last game that saw them through the first round into the Super 10s. And there's a quiet assuredness about Mohammad Nabi that he brings to this team. It's the end of Karim.
Yeah, and looking to go down the ground because mid-off and mid-on were in position. There was no one back deep, so he wasn't getting the length to hit through the line and try to create that length for himself. Yeah, not good enough.
Oh dear, what a great shot. Not by the player, by the cameraman. So man out now, almost like a, well, he's deep mid-wicket, and we've got a long on and a deep backward square leg side. Bowled. Afghanistan, it's a steep learning curve for the quality of bowling that they're receiving here tonight from Sri Lanka. Perfect Yorker. Actually landing on the batting crease. Look at that. Perfect from Pereira. It's a fine over. 10 overs gone, 47 for 3. So that's another repair job to be done here by the 31-year-old Mohammad Nabi. Now, might think about a second. No, they won't. Kuramani, the fielder, Mohamed Nabi scored a half-century on his ODI debut against Scotland, and he scored a century on his very first-class match. Brilliant bowling. Herath has got such wherewithal. Left arm spinner, been there, done that. He's got the shirt.
Well, one of the problems for Afghanistan is that Sri Lanka have not allowed them to rotate strike either. The first 10 overs, 6 of the first 10 overs were dot balls, 36 dot balls in the first 10 overs. I mean, that is the big reason why they're now 50 for 3. 10.5 overs into the innings, 5 fours.
Yeah, there's a grip on this batting that's just getting tighter and tighter around the throat. Asghar's got an unorthodox way. He's looking to play a few shots to get them out of this spiral, if you like. It's going downwards, trying to get runs from somewhere, but the other side of the brain tells you not to take too many chances because they're 3 down.
They've got to take calculated risks. They've got to trust the rest of their batting. They've got to first of all start rotating strike better.
That might be very close. Yes, it is. Herath strikes. The last thing that Afghanistan needed to lose Mohamed Nabi. That's a huge blow for Afghanistan in this battle against the defending champions. But Herath, his experience is counting here. He knows how to bowl to these boys. Big strike. Nabi's gone for 3. It's 51 for 4. More pressure building up for the captain. He's getting into a little bit of a tangle here, possibly because he's seeing all the carnage at the other end. But Herath once again.
Yep. Easy decision for the umpire. Wicket-to-wicket stuff from Rangana Herath.
Well, 2 years ago in Chittagong, he took 5 for 3 against New Zealand in the ICC World 2020. And Herath had the New Zealand Black Caps trapped with his wonderful left arm spin, his just guile and different pace, and turned the ball. And tonight he's doing it again. 2 for 11 in his 3 overs with 11 dot balls, and the pressure mounts. Yeah, his best figures, there we are, look, 5 for 3 against New Zealand Chittagong 2 years ago, March the 31st that was. 3 for 25 against Pakistan in Colombo, that was the semi-final. 2 for 11 here.
And he's had knee issues as well, Alan. There's a lot of consideration. I think he missed a fair amount of cricket last year in the last 12 to 16 months. I'd asked Russell Arnold to confirm that, but he's in hiding until the end of the game, Russell. He only comes in for his commentary stints. He's waiting for Sri Lanka to give him a good result to lift his mood. But good to see him in this T20 format, even with some of the issues fitness-wise that he's had.
You're right, Bish. Rangana Herath, he played in that ICC World 2020 final in Dhaka in April, first week of April 2014. He didn't play again for almost 2 years. Didn't play till February last month against the United Arab Emirates in the Asia Cup. So a lot of time out of the game, and yet it's like clockwork, isn't it? His bowling action is like clockwork. That's slapped away. It's got plenty on that, and that's a much needed boundary. It's only the 6th of the innings.
Got a little bit of width. It's a rare bad ball. It's only the 6th boundary of the innings for Afghanistan. But how well was that played? Balance going forward, putting it on top of the bounce. They need much more of those.
Well, the final in Dhaka 2 years ago brought about euphoric scenes. Now we're going big this time.
Lovely turbans, and well, that's a smack over mid-wicket against the spin, but because he used the feet so well, he killed any spin on the ball. It was beautifully executed.
Now he's gone big this time, straight past over the bowler's head. A change of thinking and a change of execution from the captain.
Such an important knock, because he had to wait for a very long time to get going, and now that he's settled, he's playing an intelligent hand here. 6 over mid-wicket, and then this straight drive. Glorious. Awesome stuff.
And it's changed the mood of the youngster. He was rather forlorn and disconsolate when they were 3 down, 4 down for 51, and now a couple of sixes brightens up the mood. So good over for Afghanistan. 16 from it, 75 for 4 from 13. Stanikzai, 31. It's gone back to pace now, Chamira.
I think they bowl well. Sri Lanka, obviously, this is a little rough surface compared to the game when Pakistan took apart Bangladesh. So they've read it well, and we've seen a lot of variations to good effect. Chamira has got pace, he's got decent pace. But every now and then you see him just rolling his fingers over the ball. Herath, 2 for 11 once again. Magnificent figures for the left armour.
One of the longer run-ups this by Dushmantha Chamira, but the result is he's bowled the fastest delivery at this ICC World 2020, just a shade under 150 kilometers an hour for Sri Lanka. Ooh, well done, well bowled, and well played in the end.
Right then, before the game, Inzi led them by offering prayers, and it's a normal routine for the Afghan team. Inzi leading the prayers, and what a personality he is. It's priceless having him in the dugout. Afghans need to eke out maximum out of Inzi's experience. Wide and one for the over as well. Chamira every now and then testing the shorter length. He can do that. He's around 150 clicks. He's slightly built. You don't need heavy muscles these days to be a fast bowler. It's about your rhythm and flow, and about your run-up. He's so smooth and flowy in his run-up. Another slow delivery, leg cutter. This is working well for Chamira. Change of pace will matter because he's quick.
His rhythm's good. He's got a really nice stride, and he hits the crease. Doesn't run out of momentum. That's really pretty decent. It's a long run-up. Good load up. Comes quickly off that front foot, though. He almost twists around it. Doesn't pull over the top of it, but whatever, it works for him, and he's clocked it up at 149.4. That's a wide half volley offering. It's only going to be one. Siriwardene, the fielder.
That's good that he's been made to play T20 cricket as well. This probably is his first or second year in the circuit, Chamira. And he's already been injured once in his career. It's a fledgling career, so he'll fill up. First year can be difficult for fast bowlers vis-a-vis fitness levels. he's not been spoon-fed, which is also extremely important because you're on your own. You're captaining yourself in a T20 contest because there's hardly any time for the skipper to come and ask you to do certain stuff.
Bowled and a quick single off the last ball. 6 from the over, 14 gone. It's 81 for 4. Pity for Afghanistan, who won the toss and batting first here at Eden Gardens, losing Howzat early. Herath to finish his spell here. 3 overs, 2 for 11. India won the inaugural tournament in Johannesburg at the Wanderers against Pakistan. Yeah, it was a perfect script for India. Great match, that final. And then Pakistan at Lords against Sri Lanka. A year later, England in Barbados against Australia. Well, that's a real slog, and it's gone through the hands. Karamani was out there at deep mid-wicket. It was really flying with some pace.
We've seen some great catching by the rope. This was pretty ordinary. This went flat. Yeah, it was a hard hit, and he was off balance. I think he had the boundary rope in his mind, and that's why he messed it up in the end. We've seen some smart catching. Wonderful catching. Just the other day, I think it was Somu who picked up Hafiz with an absolute stunning effort, and this really should have been taken. He was there, he had covered it, he saw it coming, then grasped it.
I think you're right though, he was very aware that he was very close to those boundary cushions. It's gone big again, squarer this time, and that's sailing into the terraces. We'll have 6 more.
This is such a great innings because he waited and waited, and now he's firing on all cylinders, and it's against Herath, who was outstanding in his first 3. He's been taken to the cleaners in this over. 13 runs and it's not finished yet. 2 sixes.
Those figures have taken a dent in. 2 for 11 before this over. Oh, trapped in front, surely, unless he's got a bit of bat on it. Bruce Oxenford says no, he can't say yes to that one. End of the over. 15 gone, 94 for 4. It's going to be Thisara Pereira as Herath finishes his 4 overs. Here's Pereira. Might have taken a 3rd wicket, but Bruce Oxenford said no, he didn't like that LBW.
Yeah, the natural angle would have probably taken the ball away from the leg stump. It's grazing the leg stump, just kissing the leg stump, but I think it was a good call by the umpire. Close, but obviously not close enough.
Slower this time from Pereira. Serawadana fields. So Pereira using this different pace.
Can overdo this. Thisara Pereira at times, he's just too much confused in his mind because he's always looking for those variations. I think a seam-up delivery at this stage, a Yorker, could do the deal.
Shenwari had come a long way down, backing up. Just for a second, Pereira thought he might have a shot at the stumps. Okay, look where Shenwari is. Ooh, yes. Touch and go. Maybe looking for the Yorker this time, again reduced his pace. What is Afghanistan's key strength? Big hitting. Yeah.
Inzi.
Inzimam. Well, he was a big hitter, wasn't he? 58% gone with big hitting. 27% spin. Well, we're looking forward to seeing Rashid Khan, the 17-year-old leg spinner, when Afghanistan do bowl.
Never seen him so tense, Inzimam.
Pereira Didn't want to get in the way of that because it's gone flying to the boundary, and it's gone for 4 and brings up the 100.
Well, even that blistering straight drive doesn't get anything out of Inzi. Yeah, well, he's not going to stop that one. Allowed it to sneak through his legs. It was massively hit. This is just the right tonic that they needed at the last part of the innings. Afghanistan moving briskly into that 140-150 region.
Can't run, but he'll take the 4. Well, he's on the pitch, and he'll look round and he'll see he'll get 4. 11 from the over. It's 105 for 4. Looking for the reverse sweep just as well. It did go for 4. There was no way he was going to recover from that.
Afghanistan badly needed this contribution at the pace that it has come, and now it calls for Sri Lanka's bowlers to bowl a different type of length and maybe a little bit more variation now than the back of a length stuff that the seamers have been able to serve up over the first portion, the first 3/4 of the innings. Kulasekara.
Good evening, Bish.
Hello, Russell.
Seated right next to you. There was a big miss on the boundary line when Herat was being taken to by Stanikzai. I thought that was a catch that needs to be taken, especially in a situation like this. Last 5 overs, they're going at 10.6 runs an over. Very crucial 23 balls coming up.
Good crunch. It's another lovely loft over the leg side boundary.
You hear the noise. Flick of the wrist at the last moment that takes it over Tirimana's head. Well, he had a chance. Now it's flying over. All he can do is stand and watch. He's on to 31 of 13, Shinwari. He's been the difference. Came in at a very difficult time.
Really good option here is really to take him wide of the off stump. Yeah, he goes wide of the off stump, but he latches onto it, and not good enough though. It's a good catch from Tisara Pereira. Excellent bowling from Kulasekara, because he'd been hitting the ball over the leg side so very well. Sri Lanka get a valuable wicket. 31 to Shinwari, 112 for 5. Nice initiative to the innings in that partnership. Afiullah Shafiq is the new batsman, not on strike. Batsman crossed while the catch was being taken. Dropped it. He must have been affected by the lights. That's the only thing I can say for Angelo Matthews.
Yeah, he seemed distracted at the last minute. He had it. Just around there, he looks away. That was Stanikzai. Back-to-back wickets would have put Sri Lanka well on top.
But it's a shift in line from Kulasekara in the over. The spinners have gone over the leg side, and even a couple of shots against the seamers. So Kulasekara has taken them wide above stump. Two set batsmen, that is. It's a different length and line to the new bats.
Yes, yes. Bowling wicket to wicket, looking to see if he can knock him over. Not exactly the wide Yorker that you would have expected him to employ, but he made Shinwari fetch it, and that's what made him slice it over to Tisara Pereira.
Do you think, though, that he was going for the Yorker? He may have missed his length, but certainly the line was what I anticipated, in that make him hit it somewhere else. Fetch it from out there. Wow, that has sped off the turf and landing. 118 for 5.
He was expecting it. Got across and slashed it over short extra cover. The skipper's leading the way. A fighting knock from Stunning Zai. More a shot we're used to seeing from your countrymen.
It's 50. Third for the skipper in this format of the game. And it's taken only 42 deliveries.
Well played. That was a brilliant knock. Initially he had to absorb pressure. And it's after that that he's looked to score runs. This game on a knife's edge. Inzamamul Haq knows it.
He has launched into that and he's hit it solidly. That is a massive strike.
Unbelievable power. Again off the back foot. Pitched up. He's missed his length by probably 6 inches. That was enough for Stanik Zai to put it into the crowd. He set himself up for that length. High score in T20 internationals for Asghar Stanik Zai. That's brilliant. You just have to stand and admire.
But it's where he's hit it from wide of the off stump over long on. And he's incredible. Hasn't hit that one well.
.58 not out. High score in his T20 international career for Asghar Stanik Zai. You know what? As the line is predictable, the batsman's setting himself up for that line. You take a chance and go at the stumps.
Oh, that's not hit well either. And taken, trying to whip it from outside the off stump has brought success again for Sri Lanka.
But it's not Stanik Zai. Shafaq is gone. Tirimana picks him up in the deep. Well, he's got to try at this stage, and try he did. Didn't come off. He's gone for 5. Afghanistan are 132 for 6.
Batsman crossed while the catch was being taken. Hit that into the gap. Ah, that is a big side of the ground. That is massive as well. It's an excellent shot from Stanik Zai.
Brilliant. Not a lot you can do. Not a lot you can do when someone's striking it as powerfully as Stanik Zai is. Did it hit the skirting on the full? That's what the umpires are looking at. 4 runs, just inside.
Four signal, field has changed. Third man has now gone to a very square position on the boundary. And 2 men short close in behind point.
Angles of the fielders changing. Deep extra cover, long on. And a deep point for Pereira.
Got him, got him. Tried to counter the field by playing the scoop shot because of that field change with the deep extra cover now. Skipper tried to change his options. And it's good for Pereira that he held his character and delivery. What an excellent innings here tonight in Kolkata. 62 to Stanik Zai, 136 for 7. Talwat will be on strike.
Two Zadrans in. Najib Zadran.
Excellent timing on that. Well fielded.
Kapugedara. A lot of work to do. Got the dive out, got the timing right. But Tisara Pereira picking up 2 wickets, which were important. Shafaq first dragging that to Tirimana. Got into all sorts. Stanikzai on that occasion, looking for that scoop.
Now this is an opportunity, not an easy one. And dropped. Shamira was spinning like a top.
The way he turned, he was never catching it. Slower ball, leg cutter from Kulasekara. He wanted it, then he realized he's got it wrong. But Afghanistan keep picking up the 2s. Keep adding on, they're into the 140s. They've put down quite a few, the Sri Lankans. I can think of 4 chances. We call them half chances. But you need to take them. 4 chances on another day, a good fielding team would have picked up.
As a bowler, you don't take any chances here. You hold them to below 150. Psychologically, you feel reasonably good leaving the field. So Kulasekara has all the experience necessary to know that what he serves up from here has to really theoretically limit any chance of the batsman hitting the big shot for 6.
Well, Kulasekara can make a big difference here. If he can bowl 3 good deliveries. He's got Najib Zadran on strike, who's facing his first ball.
Given in length, and that is dispatched with some aplomb. That is not an easy shot off your first ball to slap it over deep extra cover for 6.
Incredible hitting. That's the first ball he faced, Najib Zadran. Take that. That's a good shot, really. But a very poor delivery, it must be said. You don't bowl length at this stage. As you were saying, you don't take a chance.
That's a terrible delivery. Exactly the type of length the batsman wants. No, he's hit that well too. He's hit that extremely well. 150 comes up. What a couple of shots.
Needed to bowl 3 good deliveries. And it's gone the other way. Now Afghanistan, they've gone past 150. And I'm pretty sure they'd be happy with this score. Looking at the Sri Lankan faces, anxious faces all around the ground. They got a chase on their hands. It's not conditions like we saw yesterday. Dew factor. Dew is not a factor today, and this pitch on the slower side too. So he's going to have to bat out of his skins to chase this one down.
They've got some spirit, Afghanistan. That's one of the things I love about them. Last ball. Hasn't hit this one that well. And it drops in the gap, and they get 2. And from a very difficult first 10 overs, Afghanistan have managed to get to 153 for 7 of their 20 overs. One thing you can guarantee is that they'll fight, they'll battle Afghanistan. Sri Lanka need 154 runs to win at just under 8 runs per over.
Afghans were so entertaining in the last part of that innings, getting their score to 153, and Sri Lanka really will bat well, have to bat well to get over the line. 154 from 120 balls. And I'm sure Afghanistan will take that feel-good factor with them when they go out there to defend 154. It's going to be tough. Sri Lanka doesn't seem to have a lot of self-belief and confidence. They've lost so many T20s in the last season that mentally, who knows, they may crumble and lose the plot.
Yeah, there is a certain freedom when in the field, and I suppose it's easier to calm down and be calm. You could see the nerves when Bangladesh, I say Bangladesh, I'm getting it from you, when Afghanistan were batting out there. Here we go. You could see that they were a little bit nervous. Their linchpin as far as batting is concerned, Mohammad Shahzad, looked to block a few, which is not uncharacteristic, but he didn't quite look as free. And only sort of a third of the way in did they free up.
This is a good move. Out of the box thinking, and it may just get Sri Lanka thinking negatively because the footwork doesn't work straight away against the spinner. The ball may just grip and spin. Let's have a look here. It's straightened off the surface. A little bit of inside edge, but round the stumps, putting pressure on the opener.
You've got to say right up front, though, that the expectation would be that Sri Lanka would still get home. However, you just never know. They've got to play well to do so, because Afghanistan have got a decent score on the board. Good shot. Starts the scoring with a 4.
Yeah, got to think about winning. And so it clears the clog in the mind. The extraneous stuff has got to be gotten rid of. That's a good punchy start from the right-hander. Chandimal is off the mark.
And happy to be up at the top of the order. New role for him, Dinesh Chandimal. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a top shot. Good use of the feet, and bang for 6. Asserting himself as Sri Lanka would want to do in this match.
But Afghanistan must not lose hope, because they forced him to use his feet. It was an aerial shot, beautifully clubbed. Just stamping his authority on the opposition here very early in the innings, Chandimal, but they can create an opportunity as well.
Top ball to finish, 10 of the first without loss. Can he get a breakthrough then for Afghanistan to start them off? He goes to Tilakaratne Dilshan. Off the mark in the tournament. Couple of warm-up matches for Sri Lanka, and he got 2 noughts. Tilakaratne Dilshan.
He can be slippery. That first ball delivered at around 135 kph. And he has given a lot of breakthroughs to Afghanistan's side. Hamid Hassan. I think he features in the top 10 bowling list in T20 cricket, if I'm not mistaken. Should have a slip. He's got to have a slip and look for early wickets, and that's such a good delivery, pace and movement and bounce as well. So the best way to close out the deal is to pick wickets.
Where's that come from? It's just taken off. And looking at the pitch earlier on, there's some greenness, some dry, bare patches, and I suppose that's it. And that, if it hits the green area, will go through with a bit more pace. If it hits a sort of bare area, then will not quite carry to the keeper, certainly not at that height of the previous delivery. Good hand on that. A colourful team, Afghanistan, and they'll fight hard here. Generally, smiles on their faces is how they play the game, and they've had a lot to celebrate in the group stage. A lot to celebrate from the group stage as well, because it meant that they got through to this Super 10 stage. Will there be more? Good bowling, good line, good length.
Now, if he's your best bowler, then you've got to give him something to work with. This is a run-saving field, and I can understand they want to squeeze Sri Lanka up front with the new ball, but you've got to have a slip in place. Tournament results: beat Scotland, beat Hong Kong, beat Zim. So they've been in good winning form.
"12 without loss." Oh, yes. Oh, it's gone flat and all the way for 6. He's connected that.
He's such a solid T20 player. From going nowhere to going for a 6. It's flat, a front foot pull shot to a guy who's bowling at around 140 clicks. This was pretty special from Tilakratne Dilshan. You still can't count him out. He's 39.
Well, for your play of the day, icc-cricket.com/POTD. There's the Dill scoop. Gone for 6. Using that pace. Could that be your play of the day? Superb shot.
Well, that's a special one. We were raving about the pull shot, but have a look at this, folks. This was massive and brilliant, and the execution was, oh wow, can't describe it, except that it was a typical Dilshan shot, the Dill scoop as it's called. That's so brave.
That's well done. The expectation of a slower ball and had to adjust the shot. Tilakratne Dilshan, and nobody out on that onside, so has got acres and acres of space as a landing area. 4 runs, good attack from Sri Lanka as they try to get themselves started, get themselves on the front foot.
It's another massive blow. Dilshan on 17 from just 10 balls.
Easy pickings this time, full toss. Knee high and leg side, 1 bounce for 4. Dilshan on the charge.
This was an easy shot for him to play over the infielder. Juicy, full toss. He's pretty slippery. In fact, both Afghanistan bowlers are pretty quick. They started playing football and loving it.
He took it on both feet. Deflected one to Nabi and decided to stop his throw with the other. But that was hit sweetly. That's cost Dilshan 4.
That's such a good picture, because you've got to enjoy this sport to be good at it or to become good at it. Oh, almost a catch, but it was always tough. They really need to do something extraordinary in the field, really, to stop this wonderful opening partnership. It was Chandimal with a big strike.
He missed out the ball before. He hit the bowler's foot, but not this time. Quick to get on the back foot. Wasn't all that short. It's a good pitch, yes. It's slower conditions. That's what you experience in the subcontinent. But it's still pitches you can score runs on.
Nice and full and runs with the shot. That's good cricket from Chandimal. And after 5:41, without a wicket.
Nice and slow through the air.
Right then, who's winning at this stage? Oh, who will win this match? Afghanistan or Sri Lanka? Russell says Afghanistan. Oh God, he's done it in his first over. Extremely rash from Chandimal. He wanted to clear the infield and well, Afghanistan has got the first one. It was always going to be an important strike because this partnership was looking threatening. It's a very good catch. Chandimal gone after scoring 18 and it's 41 for 1.
He came a little too early. Nabi saw it, changed his length.
You know that Sri Lanka is just a good partnership away from pocketing this, but let's see what happens because the required rate has not come down below 7.5. It's still over 7. In fact, over 7.5, 7.7 not to be precise. Now the left-hander is on strike. Ask any off-spinner that want a left-hander on strike against them. There's a slip in place. That's good thinking.
Thiruman out there because Chandimal got the length wrong. He moved early. The right thing to do. Just make sure you're rotating the strike. He wants to. And gets it. Good running. Dilshan wanted it all the time. Being busy between the wickets.
That's so well thought of, and Dilshan is crafty enough to know that Thiruman needs a bit of time out there at the crease, so let me handle this situation. Diving full length. Got to be smarter than that in the deep field. Should he attempt something like this? Required rate now over 8.5. But he's the batsman who's gotten off to a good start.
He's decided that he's got to take control. You can't let Afghanistan get through a few overs. Quick across the grass. Again, he'll come for 2. Thiruman is struggling. Thiruman hasn't played T20 cricket in about 2 years. He's been brought into the team as a late inclusion. His form in other forms of the game has been in question. Sri Lanka have invested a lot with him. Hence, bringing him into the T20 format where you need to score quicker wasn't ideal, but experience. They're relying on him to pull out all his experience.
I think right now he should be concentrating on knitting a partnership with Dilshan. That's beautifully played. Lazy elegance personified. That's such a good shot from Dilshan. 50 comes up as a result of that lovely piece of timing off the back foot square. He waited for the ball to straighten and then hit it so well.
And he's made the change by running briskly between the wickets. A couple of 2s when Nabi was straighter. Forced Nabi to go outside off stump, and that is Kolkata Dilshan's zone. He made the bowler bowl to him. You don't really need the big slogs all the time.
A classic example of you need to feel well to let the bowler gain a bit of confidence, because the fielding at square leg area was pretty shoddy, and so that forced the off spinner to change his line, and Dilshan was quick enough really to pounce on that length and width and cracked a lovely 4.
Thiruman's record. It's been very poor of late though. Test career he's played 23, averaging 24. A lot more is expected of him.
Just delaying his drive and picking up a single off the last ball of that over. It's a good one for Sri Lanka, 10 from it. 54 for the loss of 1.
The required rate is just under 8.5 per over for Sri Lanka. 54 for 1 with Dilshan going well, and 34. Rashid Khan to continue, the 17-year-old. Finding the gaps, German, 2 from 9. Hello to Sean Pollard.
Yeah, it's putting his team under a little bit of pressure. You just hope it doesn't have an effect on Dilshan. Dilshan's done really well with his 34 off 22, striking it over 150. Doesn't need to take any risks. Tarimani goes for the big shot and pulls it off.
Might have to ask for the intervention of a television umpire to determine whether it's 4 or 6.
That was a good shot from Tarimani. Got down onto his knee and targeted mid-wicket. Let's have a look at this advertising cushion. I think it actually makes contact with it on the full. No, just before. I would say just dropping before. It's a difficult one to follow, Bish.
Well, he's heard you. He's released some of the pressure from that 2 from 9. Angelo Matthews said that the toss, the one thing that he wants Sri Lanka to do better in this contest is bat better. That has been their Achilles heel, their greatest Achilles heel so far in the last few months. In his view, he's gone! Through him! Look at the 17-year-old. Energy here, they're a fighting bunch, Afghanistan. Showed it with the bat. Now the youngster has reached. Lahiru Nirmana goes for 6, 58 for 2.
Yes, good delivery. Have a look at this one. Not much turn, just gets the inside edge, dragged onto the stumps from Tarimani. And Rashid Khan, yep, he's arrived.
Still feeling the effects of injury to his legs. In at 4 to Sara Pereira. Solid striker of the ball. Would they put a slip in, Sean? Would they put a slip in? Will Rashid Khan bowl the googly?
They've listened to you, Bish. They have put a slip in. The captain's gone to slip himself. He has got those variations. What will he throw at Sara Pereira first up?
Looked like a googly. Gets off the mark straight away.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Tarimana picked the delivery that he got out to, because he planted that front foot and then just tried to play from there. Drags it onto that leg stump. And the star leg spinner, Afghanistan's find, has come to the party again.
I love watching them play cricket. Love them at the World Cup last time in Australia, New Zealand last year. A great fight and spirit about them. Sense of flair. 60 for 2. How should Dilshan play this?
I think he hasn't been in the greatest of touches of late, so I think he needs to try and bat as deep as possible. He's there. Sara Pereira is a dasher. He loves to go hard after the spinners. That's probably the reason why they've got him up the order and said to him, listen, you've got license, you play your game. But Dilshan, just keep nudging it around. Look for the bad delivery, try and put it away. He scores at a rapid rate of knots in any format of the game, so it's no real worry for him. He'll still pick up the odd boundary.
What do you make of the move to have Tisara Pereira in at 4.
Yeah, there's often a trend in the teams that left-hander, right-hander combinations are the ideal pattern to have, because on a wicket that's not the greatest, it means that a particular spinner can't target a certain batsman. I just think in the years gone by, Tisara Pereira hasn't really shown a lot of restraint. He often just comes in and it's 1 or 2 deliveries and he's trying to pull the trigger. Tonight he looks like he's just giving himself a bit of a chance. 3 from 3. Being a little bit more selective, which is a good thing for him.
I think for me, when I've seen him in years past, and maybe I'm hoping his game has evolved, Pereira that is that sort of one-trick pony with the bat, in that he went leg side quite a lot. Goes down the ground. He struck that well. That's a good straight hit off the final ball of the over. Halfway mark. 71 for 2.
Yeah, very good. Tisara Pereira. You allow him to free his arms. He is very, very dangerous. Just clears that front foot, as Ian Bishop was referring to. That's his strength. Straight down the ground or mid on or wide mid wicket. Here we can see gives himself that room, and that's off the middle of the bat.
8 wickets left. And trust the rest of our batting to bail us out if we get into trouble. So out of the front of the hand, just skidding on. Whether Sri Lanka have that confidence, because they haven't done that well in recent months.
That's edged away and nearly carries to the man, that short third man. I agree with you, but it's just sometimes in this T20 form, what happens is you come on to a surface that's not the greatest, and the new man who comes to the crease, it takes some time for him to get going, and teams become aware of that, and they say to themselves, well, don't throw it away, because it's not that easy for the next man coming to the crease.
He's just pushing it through out of the front of the hand. Few of them to start with.
It's almost like some of the variations that the off-spinners possess. Someone like an Ashwin who just shoots out the cannonball kind of thing. It's almost like an off-spinning, leg-spinning action. There's no real turn on it.
Expanses vacant in front of the bat on either side of the wicket. And he gets an inside edge, does he? And it will run away for 4 on this surface. In fact, bye is given.
That was obviously some purchase. I initially thought that there was a little inside edge from Tisara Pereira. Have a look at it. We were giving him a rap about how there wasn't much turn. It's in the footholes. Not happy with the keeper at all. Bonus boundary that for Sri Lanka.
Bowling quickly. 92 Ks, 77 for 2.
We've seen a lot of passion from Afghanistan today, particularly in the latter part of their innings. But even when they've come out into the crease and been bowling, they're a passionate nation. They care about their cricket. Their self-belief has grown through qualifying for the Super 10s. And they just feel that they need to get a wicket or two. Even with a chance of causing an upset. Not too many people out there giving them a chance, though. 91% in favour of Sri Lanka.
Is it people, or is it the technology calculating all the scenarios and producing that prediction?
Maybe both. I think that's just the calculation though.
Yeah, permutations.
Not too many times that a team will go on and win from this scenario.
You can ask the winning captain a question. Answer questions. Answer tweeting at ICC using hashtag AskCaptain. Taking it over nicely. His partnership is 22 of 17.
Now, as a coach, you're almost tempted to send a message out. Guys, listen, we're so far ahead of the rate. Just be a little bit more conservative. Don't take too many big risks. But you know that the modern player just loves to play his shots.
Thinking of two. And they get two quite easily.
Yeah, wonderful cricket awareness from Dilshan. He knew how deep the fielders were, square of the wicket here at Kolkata, and it's a big boundary square of the wicket. So he knew if he just caressed it to the leg side, there was a good chance he could come back for the second. There we can see it's a very big boundary square. He just knocked it into somewhere near the edge of the circle.
But he's done that well, Dilshan, in this innings. I think he's done it about 3 or 4 times, just delicately touching it into that onside, as you say, and he did it with Vermana a couple of times. Weighted the shot well. Trying it again, but hit it too firmly. 8 off the over, 85 for 2.
Sri Lanka 85 for 2. At the same stage after 12 overs, Afghanistan were 59 for 4. Second 10 overs for Afghanistan, they amassed 106. Dilshan's been in so many campaigns in all formats. Oh! My goodness, it was so close. Shy at the stumps. Will they go upstairs? Yes. Umpire Joel Wilson says we're going to go upstairs, have a look at this. I'm not sure there's too much excitement out there in the middle though with Afghanistan.
Okay, Deepak, we've got a run out review, please.
Ooh, that is on a frame.
Yes, please, if you've got an angle from the other side, please. That'd be great. Do you have an angle from the other side? Deep square on the other side, please.
It's going to be a big roar here. Richard Kettleborough, the third umpire, says the decision is out. And Thisara Pereira's got to go. Shahzad is the hero for the moment. Agile piece of keeping from him to pick up and shy at the stumps. Pereira's gone for 12. And Sri Lanka 85 for 3. Dilshan still there and his new partners, Chamara Kabagedara. 85 for 3. Brilliant piece of work by Shahzad. He'll feel that he's now made a significant contribution. He didn't make one with the bat, which is his strong suit, of course, but there, fine piece of agility from Shahzad. Turn in the air.
Yeah, it was a good bit of fielding by Shahzad. Have a look at it again. Drag down. Dilshan tries to work it away square. Just pops behind the keeper as well. Gets the glove off quickly. Crashes it into the middle stump. At that stage, Pereira thought, no, I'm safe. But the surprise came to the Afghanistan team. They weren't banking on it, but they got the decision in their favour. Third wicket down.
Stretches for it and finds the gap between those two backward of square, and he's got to get 4. Dilshan on to 49.
Yeah, we'll give Dilshan credit here for the placement. When the ball's got a bit of width on it, you just tend to flay the bat at it, open the face, and try and hit it as hard as you can. He's got it between the two fielders behind square, races away on this boundary over the practice wickets, and no one's going to chase that down.
Just have to enjoy the indomitable spirit that is showcased by the captains and by Shinwari, the senior players in this side. They're so unyielding in everything that they do. It's an impassioned, and that is a marvellous half-century from Tilakaratne Dilshan. He's holding this innings together for Sri Lanka, the defending champions. 50 from 37 balls.
He's played very well. It's almost like he's come up with a slightly different game plan in this match. He's been prepared to just absorb a little bit of pressure. He hasn't tried to flay at absolutely everything, and he's done well. 37 deliveries, 4 fours, 2 sixes.
Beautifully bowled. 13th half-century in T20 international cricket for Dilshan. Takes it from in front. 6 from the over. Oh, 7. Clumsy from Afghanistan. Just calm down, says the skipper. 92 for 3 from 13. Whilst Dilshan is there, they're not going to worry about this rate, which is the required rate has gone up to, it's touching 9, it's 8.8, it started at 7.7. This man can change the complexion of a chase within a couple of deliveries. Angela Matthews also can take bowling apart. They bat deep, Sri Lanka. 92 for 3, 62 required from 7 overs for the defending champions. It's going to be Rashid Khan to continue. 17-year-old leg spinner, 1 for 9 from 2 overs. Picked up 3 for 11 against Zimbabwe in the final match that Afghanistan played in Nagpur in their first round. Oh, gets the ball to really grip and turn.
Good average from Kubagegura, isn't it? Just deciding to go hard at the first delivery that he gets. Kubagegura.
Well done, Shorty. Just hit the underside of the bat. They might look for a second.
It's so important for Afghanistan to have Rashid Khan in the middle order here with the ability to pick up wickets. Create some pressure.
This is where Dilshan can start to play tricks. This will certainly test the youngster who's virtually half his age, Dilshan.
Afghanistan won't mind this too. It's a bit of a risk. You know, some of the shots that Dilshan played to get to his 50, the famous Dil scoop. He was dragged down, he was severe on, slow delivery, he picked early. It's done the job.
That's the googly from Rashid. 17-year-old Rashid, 39-year-old Dilshan. Win predictor, Sri Lanka at 86%. Googly again from Rashid.
When Dilshan made his debut in any format of international cricket, Rashid Khan was not quite one, just been born.
Doesn't bowl many bad balls, but he's got away. Oh, no, he hasn't. That is clumsy. Oh dear, that is not good. No wonder the bowler looks disconsolate. 14 gone, 99 for 3.
There was some clumsy fielding at the end of the 13th over. Now another example of it at the end of the 14th. This time it doesn't just cost a single, it costs a boundary. Valuable runs for Sri Lanka, and a mistake that Afghanistan cannot afford.
Little shake of the head from Inzamam ul Haq. As that ball that was slit through the hands from Shafiqullah Shafaq. Now Hamid Hassan. $99 for 3. 55 required from the last 6 overs. There could be a problem here. Maybe that's gone to the wrong end. Shahzad this time. But that scampered single brings up the 100.
Yeah, not maybe, Wilco, definitely. Kapugedera was not convinced that there was a single on offer. It took a lot of time to get going. Dilshan wanted it and continued to come. Dilshan makes it comfortably. Kapugedera was only halfway down the wicket once the throw was executed.
Looks for the Yorker, and now he may as well look at the stands, because that ball has been belted into the terraces.
Dilshan starting to cut loose. A bit of a gift. Shin high, full toss. Just whips it away over square leg. It's a big boundary. That's off the meat of the bat. It goes 68 metres.
Third 6 for Dilshan, and his strike rate now is at 148. Oh sir, get down to the station, the medical station, not the police one. Just feel that Dilshan, in his mind, it looks as if he's taking a liking to these bowlers now, almost selecting a higher gear to move in.
It's straight onto the chest, isn't it? That's got to hurt in the morning. He wasn't quite aware it was on its way. Next thing, it was on top of him. And there'll be a little bit of pain there at this moment.
The ball. It's great fielding. Well, they will go upstairs, and I don't really think that's an emphatic appeal. Shenwari again. They can't keep him out of the action.
Deep back. We've got a review for a run out again, please. I can see the first side on.
T20s as well.
Yeah, thank you. Decision is not out. Not out.
A bit of a conservative review. Almost, it was in fact past the stumps by the time it clattered into them.
Just gets a little bit of in-swing late. Hassan, and he's looking for the Yorker. You can see that he's trying to get the ball full length to Dilshan.
Yeah, well played by Dilshan too. Have a look at his wagon wheel from the innings. Strength through the leg side, there's no doubt. When he goes on the attack and on the offensive, he tends to target the leg side. Picked up a few singles as well, and I think that's been the difference in his innings today. He's been prepared just to knock it around and keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Kapugedera finds the boundary mid-wicket. And the runs are coming now, the boundaries for Sri Lanka. 113 for 3.
14 runs off that last over. Now all of a sudden Sri Lanka is starting to run away from Afghanistan, and they might even start thinking about net run rate and how they can possibly improve it by finishing this game as quickly as possible.
5 overs, we're into the last 5. 41 required. Mohammad Nabi back.
Yes.
Now then, he's gone, he's got to go. Kabagedara. It's an unfortunate way to go out. But Mohammad Nabi, with a little deflection, Dilshan can only ponder. But Kabagedara has got to go. He's run out from a deflection from Nabi. He's gone from 10 from 9, 113 for 4.
Always a very unfortunate way to get out in cricket. Backing up, ball comes on, it's just a little nick on his baby finger from Nabi. Crashes into the stumps.
Angela Matthews, captain, comes in at 6. Unfortunate way for Kabagedara, but it's part of the game. Nabi's bowling his last over. Rashid, the leg spinner, has bowled 3. Ever happened to you, this, Polly?
I don't know if I was quick enough to back up that far, but I'm sure it has. There you can see a little bit of a deflection. Got to give credit to Nabi. He looked like he knew exactly what he was doing, just trying to get it back onto the stumps.
Absolutely he did. It looked like absolutely intentionally deflected by Nabi. Tremendous all-round cricketer. Just recently played the PSL, the Pakistan Super League, in the United Arab Emirates for the Quetta Gladiators. Played in the final, but he didn't, because he had to get off for duty for Asia Cup.
That's the exact delivery you're after when you first come to the crease, eh? A little shin-ha full toss that you can punch down the ground to get off the mark.
Who's going to win this match? Well, it's very close. Sri Lanka, 52% of your votes. Vote at icc-cricket.com/live, and you can download the official ICC World T20 app, available free on Android or iOS.
And that's the difference between the computerized predictor, which doesn't take any emotion into account, and the viewers who are watching and are voting with their hearts.
Bowled another full toss. Oh no, no, no. Dalat Zadran this time, and it's looking untidy and maybe a little nervous out there for Afghanistan. Simply cannot do this. That's twice it's gone through the hands for 4 misfields.
Yeah, Nabi would have known it wasn't a great delivery. He thought he got away with it, but the misfield allows it to still get to the boundary. Not great expressions from the rest of the troops.
Rashid, the fielder. End of the over. 16 gone, 120 for 4.
34 required from the last 4 of the innings, and they've got the set Tilakarata Dilshan. He's on 69 on 48 deliveries. Angelo Matthews, new to the crease, on 1. 6 wickets in hand. Russell Arnold has joined me. A smiling Russell Arnold.
Still a long way to go.
Rashid Khan.
Does he need to do that, Tilakarata Dilshan? Enough gaps on the leg side. Just keep chipping away at the target. Make sure you don't play any dot balls. Couple of dot balls will build pressure, and you look to take a chance after that. Fielders are sitting on the circle. Knock it around, and the bowler will start feeling the pressure. That's the way to do it towards the end. He wanted two. Two was the call all the time. Well, one of the bigger players needed to take control. Dilshan has. Now he needs to finish it. He's got the ideal partner, Angelo Matthews, at the other end. But it's a long time since Sri Lanka actually won a game. It's tense. You can vote for your favourite player of the day at icc-cricket.com/POTD.
Struck well. And for only his second ball faced, Angelo Matthews has hit a crucial blow.
That blow hurt. Good stride in. Shorter boundary as well. Angelo Matthews picking his spot. That's a timely blow.
Slightly more agricultural shot.
He's got the 6. He's shown his intent. He's pushed Afghanistan back. Does he need to do it again? You don't need to finish it now. Sri Lanka need the points, not the run rate. They need to put together a couple of wins. Hence, I do not understand this from Angelo Matthews, a player with so much experience. 3 balls, he had 7 runs. Now can still end in an over in the favour of the Afghans.
He's hit the gap. Third time and better execution from Matthews. 131 for 4.
11 off it. Ball well, Rashid. Just a couple of loose balls and the misfield has hurt him, especially this last ball. 1 for 27 for the young man. He's a star for the future.
Ouch, you can feel it. Living every moment.
23 off 18. Dowlett's back. Went off the field to put ice on his foot. Got hit on it while trying to stop a couple of deliveries. But the key in a chase, I'll come back to that. Hash asked the captain. You can ask the captain a question, the winning captain a question at the presentation. So you can tweet in at ICC using hash ask the captain if you want our host to fire that question at the winning captain.
I think I'd phrase what you said in the last over a little differently, Russell. Dalwat. I would say from Sri Lanka's point of view, most importantly, they want the points. But if they can get the points and still finish the game quickly enough, whatever slight edge they can get with net run rate down the road may count. But most importantly, they want the points.
But when the game gets tight, you have to be careful that you don't try to be a hero too early. A blow here and there to show your intent, make the opposition think. But if you keep going after it when the finish line is in sight, you'd end up losing it. You end up losing your rhythm. That's what Mahendra Singh Dhoni always says. One of the best finishers. Take it to the end.
Just maybe Angelo is confident, and I'm not saying whether he's right or wrong, but maybe he is confident enough in feeling that a couple of big blows and it diminishes any comeback from Afghanistan. So everyone has their different method. Time will tell whether it's a correct method for him, but that is his own judgment being made.
But watching him play right through the years, that's how he's always done it. He's taken it to the end. And Sri Lanka's results of the recent past suggest they've found ways to lose from winning situations.
Good delivery. Wide signal though. Good theory.
Yes, at certain times they've been poor and not in the game at all. But there have been heaps of games over the last year or so where they've found ways to lose. Because you do have to change your approach just a bit to make sure you get over the line. There's a situation in the middle when you go hard because you have no decision to make.
That's not surprising given the number of times errors have been made by Afghanistan in the field. There was always a likelihood that would run away for 4.
We've seen 3 lately. And when Sri Lanka were choking, if you may say, it's allowed them to breathe easily. Not in control at all. Angelo Matthews did well to get the dive out. Unfortunate he couldn't haul it in. He tries.
Could be 4 as well. It is 4. Lovely touch from Angelo Matthews.
Nice and calm. That's how you like Angelo. You like to see Angelo Matthews really, because he's a very good timer of the ball. Can find the boundary when he wishes. How well he picked his spot. Hits the practice pitches. No one stopping it.
Afghanistan haven't gotten their attempts at Yorkers on the mark too often tonight. I don't think the errors in the field have helped their confidence, have helped their defense of this total.
The call is that it's below waist height from umpire Oxenford at square leg. At crucial times, these are the misfields we're talking about. The runs were not coming when that happened, and suddenly Tilakratne Dilshan starts clicking again. Soon after, and in this over. It's like in a tight chase where you say you need the inside edges to go your way. The misfields also chip in.
Angelo Matthews said he needed senior players to step up tonight, and Dilshan certainly has done that. .143 for 4.
12 off it. 12 off that over now puts Sri Lanka firmly in control. Less than a runner ball required. From that pitch it looks like a direct hit. Would have had Angelo Matthews short, but it was way off the target.
And they certainly have some work to putting on their ground fielding in order to make themselves a better unit. They've got good skills with the bat, good skills with the ball.
Don't forget the spirit they show. Outstanding. We've seen them when you felt there's nowhere to go. They've still found a way to stay competitive.
Nice shot. Typical of the way Dilshan has played tonight, finding gaps with precision.
Continuing where he left off at the Asia Cup. Poor form, made 75 and batted through the innings in the last game against Pakistan. He's continuing from there. Just a good shot, not a slog. They're so much better when they're looking to time the ball and hit the gaps. Not power hitters like the West Indians. It's a big difference, the type of play. If they're looking to match the power players that the West Indies or even other teams have, then you're digging a hole for yourself. Angelo Matthews, change of bat. Now look to finish in a hurry and try and catch up on that net run rate.
those are the skills of full-length bowling that Afghanistan would sometimes execute a lot better. So a lot of hope, a lot of encouragement for those fans. They've come a long way in a short space of time, Afghanistan, at this level. A few bloopers tonight, but a lot of talent embodied in that squad. Another Yorker. Come back for two. Good running. Dilshan, even at age 39, showing a fleetness of foot and good judgment tonight.
150 up for the Sri Lankans. Now they require only 3 runs. He wanted 2 all the time. Angelo Matthews took his time because he needed to see if it would get behind or beat the fielder behind square. That's why he's late.
Welcome back, eh? The winning runs, hit by Tilakaratne Dilshan, who punches the air. Sri Lanka win their opening match here by 6 wickets. Shown 1 or 2 good spots. Talk me through this batting count.
Chandimal started off well. There was a good opening partnership, but then Thirimana looked all at sea. Thisara Pereira came and went. I thought he was caught napping just a wee bit. He was stretched out to make his ground. That was a good move though. Kapugedara also run out, but Matthews, 21 of 10, made sure that there were no hiccups. The star of the moment, Tilakaratne Dilshan, right at the top.
Dilshan put a lot of pressure on Karim early up, and Hamid and Dalwat, well, you know they've got a lot of talent. They just weren't able to get the wickets tonight. Nabi and Rashid, leg spinner, has a lot of talent. We'll see a lot more of Rashid Khan in the future, one hopes, as long as he stays fit and keeps improving. And therefore the summary of this match: Afghanistan 153 for 7 from their 20 overs. They struggled over the first 10 overs of their innings, and Sri Lanka chasing it down, winning by 4 wickets with 7 deliveries to spare. So good for Sri Lanka. Obviously, that as defending champions, they've managed to pull off a victory in their first match of the Super 10 stage Group 1, and they'll be very, very pleased with the way Dilshan has batted.